Sophie was crying. The guests tried not to stare. Julian's voice filled the dining room. "You're fired," he said to the nanny. Elena didn't argue. She only stepped closer to the girl, quietly protecting her. And that was the moment everything started to change. Julian's house looked perfect. Elegant lights, expensive furniture, people laughing over wine. Tonight was important. Investors, partners, people who believed Julian controlled everything. But upstairs, Sophie refused to come down. Elena sat beside her. "It's okay," she whispered. "You don't have to be scared." Sophie held her hand tightly. Julian loved his daughter, but he didn't always understand her. Since losing her mother, Sophie had become quiet, sensitive. She hated loud rooms and too many people. Julian thought she just needed discipline, structure, strength. And tonight he needed everything to go perfectly. When Elena finally brought Sophie downstairs, the room was already full. Conversation stopped for a second. Sophie froze. Her breathing changed. Elena noticed immediately. She knelt beside her. "It's okay," she whispered again. But Julian saw something else. He saw hesitation, weakness, and in front of everyone, embarrassment. "She needs to learn," he said. Elena stayed calm. "She just needs a moment." That was enough. Julian snapped. "No, she needs boundaries." His voice got louder. "This isn't working." Silence filled the room. "You're fired." Guests looked away. No one moved. Elena didn't defend herself. She gently touched Sophie's shoulder. The girl started crying harder. That's when something unexpected happened. Sophie wiped her tears, and for the first time that night she spoke loudly. "Stop." Everyone froze. She looked at her father. "She didn't make me scared." Her voice trembled. "She helps me when I can't breathe." Julian blinked. Sophie continued. "When people look at me, my chest hurts." The guests shifted uncomfortably. Elena stayed quiet. Sophie squeezed her hand. "She tells me how to calm down." Julian felt something tighten in his chest. He remembered the last weeks, how Sophie only smiled when Elena was around, how calm she became after long conversations. He had thought Elena was making her dependent, but now he saw it differently. Elena wasn't replacing him. She was helping his daughter survive moments he never noticed. The room suddenly felt smaller. Julian looked at the guests, at his daughter, at Elena, and realized everyone had just seen something he failed to see. He took a breath. "Sophie." "I didn't know." She didn't answer. She just held Elena's hand tighter. Julian turned to Elena. "I shouldn't have done this here," he said quietly. She shook her head softly. "You were trying to protect her." "No," he said. "You were." Silence. The guests slowly returned to their conversations, pretending nothing had happened. But nothing felt the same anymore. Later that night, the house was quiet again. Julian found Elena near the doorway, ready to leave. "I was wrong," he said. She looked at him carefully. "You don't owe me anything." He smiled faintly. "Maybe I owe you more than I realized." Sophie appeared behind him, holding Elena's hand again. "Don't go," she whispered. Elena looked at Julian. He stepped closer, softer now. "I don't want you to stay because she needs you." He hesitated. "I want you to stay because we're better when you're here." Elena didn't answer right away, but she didn't walk away either. And for the first time that night, Sophie smiled. Sometimes, the strongest people are the ones who stay calm when everyone else loses control. If you want more emotional and cinematic stories like this, consider subscribing to Midnight Tales. New stories are coming soon. Some stories only happen at midnight,